So the real effect is if you are still a person who's playing these games, these servers are not going to support your online multiplayer anymore. My name is John, this here is the Xbox Basement, and Microsoft started closing down game servers. And I say started closing down game servers as though this is anything new. Here in January, 4 Xbox servers closed, and they were for these games right down here. And when you hear this type of thing, it's really easy to think, oh no, game servers are shutting down, games are shutting down, when that's genuinely most time not the case. Because what are we actually talking about here? We're talking about the online servers that support these games in some sort of online feature, usually multiplayer. And this article right here is from True Achievements. So we've actually looked at True Achievements for a few things, but if you didn't know, this website keeps track of like all your achievements that you could possibly get on Xbox. And what this article is actually doing is letting you know that these achievements are no longer going to be accessible because the online features are going down. So if you're an achievement hunter, this is a really good way to kind of stay in touch with things that are no longer going to be accessible for these games. And we can actually see that right here for the Assassin's Creed games where it says no Xbox achievements will be impacted. Well, why you may ask? It's because they're single player games and you don't have to be online for anything to actually get all of the achievements in the game. So if you're somebody like me who doesn't really concern themselves with achievements and it's just kind of like a nice pop-up every now and then when you're playing your Xbox, then for the most part these server closures are not going to be a big deal as far as achievement goes. But here's where it is going to be a big deal. Hey, if you guys didn't know, you can actually become a member of the channel now. And there's all sorts of cool perks and benefits. When you start looking at the amount of servers that will be closing and how they are going to affect games that you currently play online. I did a video all about how the Xbox 360 is still supported online, but that is actually quickly going away, and it is partially due to some of these servers going down. And we can see some of that evidence right here, like with Crysis 3 being shut down, EA is closing more servers for 2 Xbox 360 games, multiple Battlefield games are going to be delisted and the server shut down. Here's EA again with closing down 2 more Madden game servers. So the real effect is if you are still a person who's playing these games, these servers are not going to support your online multiplayer anymore. And some of these to me make absolute sense. So Madden NFL 18 and 19 were closed in March of 2023, 4 or 5 years after this game came out, and also with a game like Madden, 4 or 5 newer versions had also been released. So as a business, I completely understand why EA and Ubisoft and Microsoft and all of these other game companies would choose not to keep their servers open, especially for like a game like Madden where we get a new one every single year. And I personally don't care that I can't play Madden 2018 currently online here in 2024. However, one of the best battlefields of all time, 1943, has been delisted from the store and servers shut down. Now this isn't stopping you from playing any of the game offline, but this actually goes to a deeper issue. And as our games become more and more digital, more and more online only, it really begs the question of at what point of buying a physical media disc are we no longer going to be able to put it in and play. And we've already been affected by this with online only games. And the oldest one that I can remember is The Crew. This game was on Xbox 360, and if you looked right down here on the case, it specifically says online only. So even though LameStop is selling this game for $5, while you could go in and buy this, servers for The Crew have actually been shut down. So this game is actually totally worthless right now. You cannot play it. Same thing with Overwatch. If you guys remember, you could actually get a physical disc of Overwatch, but if you put it in now, it's just going to update to Overwatch 2. And it's the same thing with a game called Battleborn. Their servers are no longer supported, and even though there's a physical disc, because it's an online only game, the disc is now worthless. It is essentially just a coaster for a game that you cannot play. There is no single player offline mode for these games. Hey, thanks for watching the video today. If you made it this far, consider subscribing to the channel. There's usually usually very little announcement about them, maybe something on like the back end of their website, but I think it would be a good thing for the players for some sort of like announcement, maybe on the home screen of your Xbox, especially if you play that game, because Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo, they keep track of the games that you're playing. So if I'm playing a game that is online only and these servers are no longer going to be supported, while I wouldn't like it, it would still be nice to see something right on the console that I'm playing it on to let me know. Well, how the heck can we get around this and keep playing these games online? And your only option is honestly going to be a private server, something that you and your friends pay for out of your own pocket so that you guys can meet up and play online for your favorite games. So you guys take a little bit of time and check your games, see if any of these servers are going to affect you, and I will put a link for true achievements here down at the bottom. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and we will see you in the next one.